Don't come to college expecting to meet the love of your life. Everyone is confused. Don't feel like you're being left out. 2 weeks later, I got broke. I didn't even buy grocery shopping, guys. And then I came back and I was like, okay, I need to find outfits because, like, you know, like other people were like so like hot and everything. My outfit was actually okay, but I felt like okay, I wanted to be like next time, like in the big, you know.
Monica, come, let's go. The Chris. It's clear, man.
As time goes on, some things no longer become necessities and some things become necessities. So you should try to like manage your finances and don't spend on spend on things that you know are very important, gonna last. Like you need food to eat. Don't let your star dim because you feel uncomfortable and you want to feel competitive. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Raisa and I'm your big sister because actually I'm giving you guys advices, you know, and advices come from experiences, right? So giving you guys all this due to my personal experiences and experiences with my friends and just conversations that I've had with my friends throughout this time. Mind you, I've been in college for 4 years. I just finished my 3rd year and I'm going to the 4th year, and my 1st year I did like Chinese language because I'm abroad. And yeah, so the way I want to do these videos, like everyone should be able to benefit something from me, being those who are studying in their home country, abroad, moving to college the 1st year, everything. I just want everyone to just benefit something from this. So I'm very sure you're gonna pick like good tips from me. And yeah, if you have any more suggestions, anything to add, you can also put down below. And yeah, let other people see your own point of view or like where you're coming from. So guys, I've lived in the dorm for 3 years, and my 1st year when I did language, if you have been following my YouTube channel for some time, you know actually that I lived with my mom that year because it was the beginning of COVID, and so it was like lockdown, so I stayed at home, and so that was completely different. But now it's just like having to be in the space of like moving to school, moving to college, moving in the dorm. And while living in the dorm, I've actually stayed with more than 7 different people. I think 7 people from 7 countries in the past 3 years, and they're all girls. So I feel like we have had different experiences. The good thing is we have always been able to be open and share like different people's opinions and everything. So I'm going to just be giving you guys experiences that we all got from our own different perspectives. And yeah, let's go. So the first point is for those who are coming to college. Like if you are coming to college for the first time, this is for those who are traveling abroad. If you're going to a country where you need to learn a whole new language and it's like something, the first tip I'm going to give you is like take the 1st year seriously. I don't know, but I always give this advice to anyone that I meet for the first time just coming to China, and they're always like, oh, take the 1st year of your college serious. This is not just for language, but I think like everything in general, because that year is the year when you're still focused and you're so motivated and like, oh, I want to study, I want to be in college, I want to do this. Take that year serious, because during that time you don't know anything like crazy. You don't know boys, you don't know you don't yet know like, oh, the fashion people, the girls, the clubs and all those things. You really don't know that time. You're still like innocent and like clean. So don't play with that time. Use that time to actually study, especially if you're in a new country where you need to study the language. Use that time, because after 6, 7, 8 months, when people start bringing things to your brain and be like, let's go to club, let's go to shopping, let's go for this birthday, let's go for this party, let's do this, oh, I don't feel it's going to, because when you start getting all those mixed feelings, you are gone. Trust me, like you literally forget your purpose of why you are in college or why you're abroad or why you left to come to wherever you are, and you start following the groups that you don't even imagine yourself to have followed. So if you arrive, you should take that very serious. I'm serious. Like that's the biggest advice. I feel like me personally, my language that I learned from the 1st year has been like the biggest thing that has just like tattooed to my life, because to today it's one of the most amazing things I ever did when I traveled abroad. Yeah. Number 2 is be careful with those who you call friends. You see those people you come to college. When I was going to college the 1st year, I watched videos on YouTube that said, oh, those who you meet on the first days are not your friends and are not this. Not everyone. I can bet you, because my best friend Elena, if she's watching this, hey to you, she's literally my best friend in college. We have completely different styles of living and everything, but we just have the part that always clings. Like she's the person I know, like if she calls me, I know like I'm gonna be there for her. If I call her, she knows like she's gonna be there for me. Like that has been one of my truest friends ever since I moved from college. We have nothing in similar, not color, not food, nothing. We actually have some food together, nothing actually, but she's actually the person where it's like she's my sister from another mother. Like, she's literally my sister, and she's just one of the people that I met on the first days like of school. I also have like Mariam. Those are the people that I met from the first days of school. But the people where you meet and like on the first day the vibe is already mixing, but you think it's going to get better as time goes, it's not gonna get better. Trust me. Like, if you have mixed feelings about someone, you need to just take it from that moment, because it's not going to change. Like, people don't change. Don't expect anyone to change. Everyone is coming from different places with different cultures, different upbringings, and like everything. So if you feel like, oh, with time this person gonna change and everything, don't. But one thing is, like, in 100% of the friends you're gonna make at the end of the day, like, let's say the first months, 100% of those who you're gonna make at college, 80% are no longer going to be your friends after 2 years. That is the sad truth. Or even after 6 months, or even after 9 months. That's the sad truth. But when it comes, you need to take it. And you need to know, like, everyone has an expiring time in your life. And so when it's time for them to leave, you should not feel bad. Being it them being the bad friend or you being the bad friend, when the expiring date comes, you just need to get it that way and you move. Okay, this is the third point here. Be real to yourself and like don't compete. I'm going to give you guys an example for me. The first day I moved to college, like the first week, I didn't actually do like grocery shopping and everything. And when I just arrived, the girls were like, let's go clubbing. On the first day I went clubbing. I'm serious, like, guys, that was crazy, because I just arrived, they were like, oh, let's go, let's do. And I was like, okay, fine, why not? And I moved. I'm serious, like, we literally went out, and then I came back and I was like, okay, I need to find outfits, because like, you know, like other people were like so like hot and everything. My outfit was actually okay, but I felt like, okay, I wanted to be like next time like in the big, you know, from everything that I saw. And I needed to understand that it's my first time and I need to take time. And I was going like, okay, I went back, I took like I used my allowance for like shopping, bought new clothes, new shoes, I don't really do makeup, so I was even like paying like, oh, you get my makeup done and like this. And then 2 weeks later I got broke. I didn't even buy grocery shopping, guys. And then the next week I was just looking at places, like I was like, I'm serious. And that was the biggest lesson when I said, when you get your money, your allowance or whatever, do grocery shopping, guys. You need to literally like shop for yourself, do your grocery shopping before you even start thinking about, okay, this is what is left, what am I doing, what am I putting for hobbies, what am I doing. Like, you need to plan your finances very well, especially your first years, because at that time you also don't have a lot of responsibilities or a lot of things to do. Maybe after moving in and shopping for like college dorming or everything, or like just shopping and doing your personal shopping, you can save up for something, because as time goes on, some things no longer become necessities and some things become necessities. So you should try to like manage your finances and don't spend on things that you know are very important, gonna last. Like, you need food to eat, you need, I don't know, a good bedding to sleep on, you need allowance for maybe transportation depending on how far your school is, or you just things that you need money for, just you need to save it. Don't use your money outside. No one cares actually. And also, this comes to another point, the next point. Everyone is confused. Don't feel like you're being left out. You feel like everyone is actually okay and like everyone is doing good so mentally and everything. But if you get to listen to other people's story, you'll see that everyone actually has a story and everyone is just going through it and is just in another level. I don't know, some people actually don't have problems. We all don't come from the same family background types, but people are really going through their stress outside there. And if you think like, oh, they're doing better and they're actually okay and I'm not doing, your pace is really okay, you're doing so fine where you are, and so you should not get that. And don't let your star dim because you feel uncomfortable and you want to feel competitive, or you want to feel like you want to belong to the. No one is perfect. If you make a mistake, you should be very ready to pick up your pieces and move. And because the faster you forget yourself, the faster you forgive yourself, the faster it's gonna be better for you. If you stay in the whole space of I regret doing this and you don't want to move on, you're wasting your own time, nobody else. The next point, this is hard to swallow, but you need to swallow it. Don't come to college expecting to meet the love of your life sitting somewhere and just waiting for you. It's so nice for those who met their husbands and everyone in college and like this, it's so good, but don't come there looking for it. And you need to try to control yourself, guys. It's hard, but control yourself. It's tempting, right? It's like you're going to find someone who matches your vibe and is this, and if you don't take care, you start cooking and cleaning for them, and you need to be careful. I feel like this one needs a whole video on its own, but when the time is right, we're gonna handle that side. But you should just focus. Like when you're having a relationship or like anything, it's good to have good expectations. I feel like, okay, this is what you want, but don't compromise. Like don't compromise. If you are the one spending, like college students are in the college budgets, and everyone has an allowance, so everyone just has a way of living. So you should not take your allowance to go and give one guy and you're just like doing everything and he's not doing anything, and you just keep feeling like it's gonna get better. If men want to do it, they'll do it. And you need to also know, like, as time goes on, it keeps getting better. So don't settle for less because you just feel like you have few options, or everyone is working on themselves, you know. So when someone works on themselves to get to one level, and then you are still working on yourself and you feel like you want to be in that person's level, and you just need to like use it the fast way to get there, or like, I don't know, but don't try to impress people that much because you might end up getting frustrated, or even frustrating them, or they will just take advantage of you. Like, don't try it. If you're coming to college and you use vibes and inshallah, like use vibes and God to just be there, but like if you are really there, like, oh, I'm really looking for husband, men will use you and dump you. Like, you literally, it just go all way around. Like, same thing if you're a guy and you're coming to like college and you feel like, oh, you want to have a girlfriend, like it's a wife, and this, if she's doing the less and the minimum for you and you're putting more of your energy of it, and you feel like it's getting kind of tiring, that's the point. You should be careful, be safe out there, be nice to yourself, and yeah, learn to be by yourself. That's actually the next point. Like, learn to be by yourself. It's hard because somebody like me, coming from where I came from, I was just like open, and like from an open side, it's like everyone is like, hey, hi, this. But you come to college and now it's adulting. You need to take care of yourself. You need to know, like, is that really what you want? Is that person really good for your mental health? Is that this? You need to stand and like, you need to be there for yourself. Yeah, you need to be your strongest army. Do we say that, like, strongest army? Because actually no one is coming to save you. You need to save yourself. So yeah, you need to learn to be your own personal company, because everyone just going through their own personal space where every time you cannot just chop people up to spend time with you and this. And that's where they come to where they say adulting. Like, now we literally need to book our friends to be like, hey, you need to be at this place on this day and this day. Like, that's how we need to do with my friend groups, like that way. But if it's just being like, hey, let's hang out today, it's kind of hard because everyone is always busy. So you need to learn to be by yourself so you don't have to rely on someone emotionally and get hurt. So you know, this part, I think like this is the next point, is just like on friendship. Don't make friends with those who have same trauma as you. It's hard, but you need to take it, like, because they have same trauma of you. Especially this thing comes mostly with guys. You feel like, oh, because guys, you have same problem like a guy did to you, and you guys now start relating. And this, when one person heals from the trauma and the other person doesn't heal from it, it's going to have a hard time for the both of you to balance, because at that time you're just like, that is not what I am, this is not what I mean, I deserve better than this. And your friend might not understand because it's literally there. And also you guys might just end up pulling each other emotionally without knowing that is like how it is. But if you have a friend who is emotionally drained from something and you're emotionally drained, don't use your trauma to actually bond. When the trauma time is over, the friendship's gonna be over and you will not even understand it. And especially you need to be very smart on how you actually take care of yourself. Like, you need to know, like, is this thing good for me? If it's not good for me, I need to take it out, right? And if someone is stopping you from taking it out, you need to take out that person too from your life. At the end of the day, you want the best for yourself, you want good for yourself, so you should not compromise anything for anybody. It's gonna help you, I'm serious. When you put these points, your brain gonna be so okay, and you're gonna enjoy your own self as a person. Yeah, and now we go to the last point. Actually, I don't know, but I feel like you should just study, like actually study, because if you don't take your time to actually do what you came for in college, at the end of the day, if you're not really sure, I know, let's say third year, most of us are already drained and we feel like, oh, you want to drop out and you this. But I don't know, I think I've thought of dropping out like 2-3 times, but at the end of the day, I ask myself, like, why am I dropping out? What is the reason? Is it because of the fast money now? How much do I want to get, like, in the future? Everything. If the option really, if the reason for you dropping out is really like making sense, like you're going to get a better option, then it's okay for you. But if it's not worth it, don't drop out, just stay, try to finish it. And yeah, I feel like life is really good and there's a lot of options and opinions outside there. So whatever you do, just use the right decision to be able to like think about it and make sure like the reason why you're doing it is really right. Because I feel like if you're in like your third year, just finish it. You know, it's hard, but like you can just finish it and just you know, yeah, I hope you guys like this video. This is actually my first video on sitting down to talk about college. I plan to do more, especially in this August, because a lot of us are about to start school. And if this is your first year in college, welcome. I wish you have a good semester. Welcome to college. Take good care of yourself, your mental health. Close your legs, girls and boys. It's dirty outside there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Subscribe to me and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
More focused. You must increase the hunger level, the desperation level, and